Hello, students of 8th class. Once again, we are together to study moral science subject. So, I have already taught you in the first part the book Wings of Wisdom and the name of the chapter, first unit, and the name of the chapter is Dream for Success. And hope that you might have enjoyed in the first part brainstorming session. I gave you my views and hope that you might have also built your views. Because whenever there is a Karl Marx thesis, if one person produce a thesis idea and the other person oppose it, is called antithesis. Idea gets changed. And someone else, third person, he reads thesis, his idea, then another one's idea, and create his own thesis called synthesis. So in the world, this chain reaction keeps going. Why I spoke this, I gave you example, this one. Because your views are different and my views are different in taking something, statement or something, some aspect. So students, think about this one. And also I gave you some idea, reflection about this caption and this caption and this caption. And I hope you might have learned some lesson from these three captions. Now, in the second part, in the first part, you also learned and realized the talent, the hard work, the dedication, in spite of rejections and setbacks, J.K. Rowling marched forward and attained her goal. There were many difficulties lied before her ways. So, we have also went through many world personalities like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and many Indian personalities. So students, in this part, that is the second part, and the continuance of the same chapter, we will discuss about success equal to vision plus hard work. First we have vision, and then we need hard work, and then we attain success. You can see in the picture, beautiful fish coming out of one side to jumping another side. So it gives us some lesson for us. So before gaining success, seeing vision or doing hard work, let me tell you one thing. See, first of all, discover a talent, ability, opportunity, your potential in you. Then be interested and confident in you. You must be interested in that your ability. If you don't have interest, you cannot do it. And we should have the confidence. And third is develop the skills. How can you develop this skill? In fourth part, they have told you practice and practice. Practice, you might have heard, practice makes man a perfect. You know, when Abraham Lincoln used to give speech, the speech used to be just for 5 minutes, just on a radio, not visual speech, just audio speech. And he used to take practice for 5 hours. 5 minutes speech, he used to take practice for 5 hours. So, only if you take practice, you can be a perfect in your goal. you can attain your goal. Watch the progress. Fifth, you keep watching your progress. Now, suppose, simple example, if I am practicing the speech competition, so what should I do? I should record the speech and see my progress, how I pronounce, what are my vibration in the speech, and I will look in the mirror and see how my face expressions are. So these are the progress. You keep moving. The last one is use or share the talent, that is love and service. And you learn also in your school motto, come, learn and serve. This is all about discovering a talent and developing it. Now we'll keep moving further. The word success has got certain magical powers. See, success attracts everyone, like the balloons we studied. They attract us with different colors. With different colors, when you see, they attract us. We are fascinated. So, success also has a magical power. It attracts everyone, but many fail to get it. It attracts everyone, but many fail to get it. It happens not because one doesn't have the ability to perform or achieve something. On the other hand, just because one lacks dreamful vision. So dreamful vision and hard work. We lack this. Often the students, why there is a failure? Because we lack dreamful vision and hard work. And we have another factor. There are two steps leading to success. The first one is motivation. We should motivate ourselves what we are going to do. We should be convinced our goal. Then only we can achieve our goal. Once we are not convinced with the goal, how can we achieve? Motivation or goal setting, that we shall go through how we should set the goal. Here we decide the target to achieve. The second step is physical and intellectual struggle. Physical and intellectual struggle. Physically we should struggle hard, and it involves your intellectual also, your mind power. And here we take every action possible to reach the goal we have already set. So here we take every action possible. That means first we have goal setting, physical and intellectual struggle. So physical, intellectual struggle, and then involves our action. We come to action, and action is everything. Every action possible to reach the goal we have already set. So we take action. So nothing worth having comes easy. So goal setting, the first step. So you can see here. So you have to set the goal complete, not incomplete, but set the goal complete. It should not meet with failure. So we should have two kinds of goals, long term as well as short term. For example, a student of high school may aim at becoming a doctor or computer engineer. So we know that everyone has aim during their childhood. So this is a long-term goal because it is a years-long process. It is a years-long process. The short-term goal is something like the intention of the student to score high marks. That means in first term, he wants to score high marks. Second term, he wants to score high marks. And third term. and finally he gains his goal in the forthcoming exam. We should remember that a long-term goal can be achieved only through short-term goals. When in small things, when we are faithful in bigger things. That means when we work hard in small things, and then we can attain our goal, the bigger goal. Like brick by brick, we build the wall, and wall by wall, we build the house. A goal without a plan is just a wish. A goal without a plan is just a wish. We keep on wishing. We wish, but our goal is without a plan. How can we achieve it? So when we set goals, we should show justice to the abilities, resources, and opportunity. So when we set a goal, we should see whether we are able for that. Do we have resources? Do we have enough money or enough flow of something where I can get knowledge and this and that? Or can I get opportunity? So that also we have to see. You simply cannot blindly set your goal. In other words, we should be more practical and the goals should be achievable. Okay, you cannot become a Muhammad bin Tughlaq who had so many ideas but totally failure. A student who is struggling to get pass mark should not set a goal like scoring 95% is a marks in the next term. First, he should gain 50% in the next step. Did you get my point? A student who is getting 30% or 35% marks in the last terms, he should have achievable goal, that is to gain 50% marks, not rather scoring 95. The attainment of this goal will help him or her to perform better in the future. Yes, 50 to 60%, 60 to 70, and slowly by short-term goal he will achieve the bigger goal. So once a goal is attained, the student can set higher ones. So your next quotation is, you are stronger than you think. So you're stronger. That means in every ways you as a positive thinker, you must be strong enough, and you are stronger. God has created you strong enough than you think. So step by step, you can be stronger and stronger and stronger, and you can achieve your goal. Okay, so one of the factors that help us to attain success is the realization of our weakness and strength. Students, we should once in a while think what were the faults in us. In the evening, you must sit for 1 minute and make a self meditation in you. What are my weakness? See, everyone has weakness. Everyone. No one is 100% perfect, and perfect itself is 100%. Meaning, so to attain success is the realization of our weakness. We should realize our weakness. Everyone has weakness. Your parents have weakness. Your teachers have weakness. And at the same time, strength also. God has created you beautifully. Weakness, it has given you weakness also and strength also. So we know that nobody is 100% perfect in everything. Man is a combination of strengths and shortcomings. If one wants to succeed in life, he should accept the powers and weakness. So he should, it's a very big point, very nice point. One should accept the power in you, and also the weakness. You simply cannot say, I don't have weakness, I don't have weakness. No, weakness. But that weakness should not make you more weaker. In the next paragraph, we'll see. The positive quality should be developed. That weak point should be removed in you. All these obstacles should be overcome. The weaknesses also should be accepted and guarded. You must guard them well. First accept them, then guard them. Watch them, protect them, remove them. We should not allow them to be blocks on our way to success. We need not to be sad about our weakness. And let's not be sad. Instead, God has given us mind to eradicate this weakness from our minds. Always remember that God has given us not only weaknesses but also talents and abilities. Our talents have the power to protect us from failures in life. If we use our talents properly, we will never be sad. So we should use our talents properly, and we will never be sad that we are defeated. Okay, so see the diagram here. Success is a key or step to, failure is a key to success or step to success. Succeed. How you succeed? Fail, and then you succeed. You overcome by the weaknesses. So, powers and weakness are with you. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Okay, so that's why we say life is challenge and challenge is life. So students, I have assignment for you, a homework for you. You can see here my goals. Your goals, short-term goals, you write. I ask you to write just 3. And here your long-term goals. You give 1 or 2 long-term goal and write few lines. You must make a reflection and write properly. So here begins the question answers. Answer the questions in 1 or 2 sentences. What stops many people from achieving success? So this your answer is on page 8 and the very first paragraph. It happens not because one doesn't have the ability to perform or achieve something. On the other hand, just because one lacks dreamful vision and hard work. So they have asked 1 or 2 sentences. So your answer is here. And if you think that the answer could be some other, or if you want to give your ideas, you can tell me. And your next question is, what is the difference between long-term and short-term goals? Again, page number 8. A student of high school may aim at becoming a doctor, a computer engineer. This is a long-term goal because it is a years-long process and so on till here. Short-term goal and long-term goal. Both the sentences are given here. And how does attaining a goal help one? Third answer. Again on page number 8, third paragraph, third line. A student who is not struggling to get pass mark should not set a goal like scoring 95 and so on till future. And what should be our approach to strength and weakness? It is on page 9, second paragraph. You can start from the weaknesses also should be accepted and guarded till abilities. So you have been asked to write only 2-3 lines. What you do? You have to read this 3-4 lines and squeeze. Just summarize this one. Okay, and then we have how are short term and long term goals related. This you have to write and make your own answer. You are the students of 8th class and brilliant students, and I hope and pray that you will be well able to make this answer your own. Okay, and there is a creativity for you here. You just go through this creativity, learn the meaning of perseverance. Okay, and move further and solve this creativity. Share and discuss this one. Okay, that's all of from your unit 1 from moral science. Till now, I hope you might have understood this chapter. You must go through this chapter. If you have any doubt, you can ring up me. You have the phone call, you have the phone number, so you can ring up me anytime.